in relations to life and the infinite amount of life, never-ending cycle of life, when we're looking at the life path, the life choices, when we're referring to the paths of lives and decisions and which entries and accesses one may be granted and one may choose for themselves. So for an example, my entry here in 1991, it was 3 colors. So 3 colors, obviously it's black where I sleep and blue where I'm awake at, and the obvious white is supposed to be my protection and protectance. That is the obvious colors of the doors of where I enter and where I go. Symbolically a sign of reflecting colors that I did learn in WizKid, yeah. So white is a reflecting color and black is an absorbing color. Black is usually hot for many people when wearing to go out in the sun. So when we're looking at the color blue that I did enter in 1991, it is symbolically the hypnotic colors, the glow-in-the-dark colors, and that sort of magical grounds and way of access and entries. So when we're talking about the obvious 3 colors of entry here is that white is reflecting, black is absorbing, and blue is hypnotic, which explains a lot of my path and where I go and the obvious intelligence and everything else, which is the same path given to Blue Raibo and possibly other people that did and do remember their entry to this very life. So when we're talking about if a person reaches this entry, they could be hearing something, for example, what I heard from my given father, this life is that it is my last life. So it's not jokes, fun, and games for me compared to other people. If they don't hear it, they don't know it, and they will never be in this type of situation, yeah. But the obvious is I got a really hard map, really hard entry access, and everything else. And the obvious is, as love element, it's not going to be just anyone, yeah. So upon the engagement, the time clock, the science, everything learned here is gathered, and it's obvious that at the age of 31, yeah, or 30, yeah, there really is no divine partner. For me, love element. So when we're looking at the map, the places, the decisions made, it's obvious, yeah, the path is ruined, destroyed, and impossible to complete now as of 2021. And to go back and cycle to all these people and perhaps get a path, it's not really logical to actually, or safe to do any of those things, yeah? Because the obvious is going to indicate a failure and going back to something that I did not initially fail in, but it was someone else that did not agree in. So it's technically not my fault, yeah. It's just that these people did not agree on a mutual agreement of a future with each other, yeah. So there's no one to really blame here on my point, my path, my decision makings, and to go around to try to fix anything, yeah, that I did not initially break, yeah, is awfully not nice towards me, yeah. and to continuously pay and fix and this and that for someone else's mistake, yeah. At the end of the day, when I exit, go to home sweet home, what am I gonna get as the result of all this? And if the end of the entry of this supposed map, yeah, is not my biological parents, then it's an obvious sign I'm in for something bigger that is more harmful, yeah? So, with the friends met, this, that, life, the telepath, the powers, the abilities, it was impossible to complete and go to one path that is obviously the only last path, yeah, around like year 2000, yeah. So, finishing gathering everything together, this path obviously indicates and shows more about who I am as a person and who many people I met are as a person. So when we're looking at the lessons learned, everything I accomplished this life, is that the people I met did make an impact on me, but was it something good? We don't know, yeah. But am I going to change it to be something good? Obviously, yeah. So the lessons learned is obviously going to have to be beneficial to all life, yeah. So I'm at the end. Obviously, I have to come up with a reason and a scenario and a story. Like any person that comes and enters this map. So, the obvious sign is that none are love element's husband. But when we're looking at the absorbent colors, the reflective colors, it's obviously that not a single color or person or entry or access was ever mine, yeah. In creative arts and studies and understanding of colors and arts, yeah. This and that path is an obvious sign it's all path, yeah. So not a fucking person, yeah. Including time doesn't wait, including this and that, yeah. Because time has to tick, time has to go, time has to move, yeah. My body has a biological clock. It has to do something, yeah. So the stresses and worries are, and it's obvious, yeah. Not a fucking person. How? And at the end of the day, they pinned me, yeah. It's my fault that I don't have a fucking person that's literally, not legally, yeah. But we're talking about not obviously mine, yeah. Someone's gonna say Satan's mine, yeah, because, like, he's older, he's mature, he's been around, this and that, yeah. Someone's gonna claim this and that fucking person, yeah. So, Jacob's gonna come and ask me at the end of the day, do you like his ass smell? And I'm gonna say no. This and that person's gonna say, is that person's sexuality? Is that person attractive? No. So, to the ones that were, yeah, it was not mutual, yeah. And the reason it wasn't mutual, yeah, I really wish I fucking knew, yeah. Really, like, I really wish I fucking knew.